Yo guys, what is up? Welcome back to some more Zero Hour. Welcome back to another Pro 1v1 match. Today, we've got a decent one for you. We've got Logica against Peacelover on Forgotten Battle. Up in the top right, we have the mighty Peacelover with the green GLA Stealth. Little scarecrow inside the CC there. We mentioned on some streams before. Down in the bottom left, we have Logica playing as the yellow GLA Vanilla. So this is a game from the Extravaganza tournament. It's like a $1,100 tournament that's ongoing at the moment. It's in kind of the group stages, and this is just we're going to watch two games. Surprise for you, by the way. Yeah, we're going to watch two games. We're going to watch the GLA versus Stealth, and then we're going to watch the reverse as well of these two players. Never seen these games before, but I saw they were chunky replays, so no doubt they're going to be good, and it's good to get new players on the channel other than the same old, pretty much four players we always see. Size X, Cal, Boyka, Fargo, these kind of players. Good to see some variety. So, Peacelover is a very strong player. I don't think he's quite a top player, but he is definitely improving over the last few years, or maybe you could say months or whatever. And Logica has recently taken a quite a longish break. He did play a few games during his break. Came in for a few team challenges and stuff, but this is his first time coming back actively playing 1v1. I think he's been playing a few weeks already. Gets the crush there on Peacelover's RPG. Drops off an RPG of his own. We go for a TNT on the tunnel, but accidentally killed his own technical. That's kind of a medium level mistake, because you could have killed all of them workers there, which is kind of a big impact. And Peacelover's actually going for an oil cap. Actually a double oil cap. And actually denied Logica's oil there. Technical does come in and kill a load of workers now, but I don't think Peacelover cares all too much, because now he's grabbing both of them oils. He's going to be able to surely produce enough technicals or quads to actually come in and clear this up. And already we're seeing some technicals appear. But so far, pretty wasteful there of Peacelover. He's lost a lot of stuff and actually given Logica super tech already. So yeah, not really a position you want to be in, because like one super tech can pretty much decide the game, especially when he's got another bunch of technicals as well and got some veterancy on that. You could just push the arms dealer now and maybe just win the game. But I suppose if there's a man for the job, this Mr. Hijacker is probably the one. But why didn't he take the super tech though? Why did he not take the super tech? Super tech's going to get picked off anyway. Not the greatest of micro there from Logica. I feel like he probably could have microed that and not lost anything at all. He's even going to lose this technical, I think. So yeah, not the greatest there from Logica, but maybe he's playing a little bit cold or something. I don't know. Could lose some technicals. Certainly still kind of even, because even though Logica's seeming like he's going to take this position, Peacelover behind that did get both of them oils, so even if he's not on that supply for a while, as long as he's kind of trading even here with Logica and stopping Logica from collecting here, then I still think it'd be kind of alright. I actually think Logica expanded too fast there. And I also think he might have been a bit wasteful with his units. We already know his technicals were a little bit wasted, but then even pushed with just two quads there. And I know he's like keeping on the pressure, keeping on the aggression, wants to take this area. But I think it would have been better to keep his quads grouped and amass like 4 or 5 and then drop down a supply. I think that would have been better. Because now Logic is not in the greatest of situations. He's dropping down a palace, but with both oils lost and Peacelover back on this supply now, it's a 2 oil lead for Peacelover. Logica is the only thing he's got to show for it really is a little bit more XP. Tunnel there does get cleared. Logica now pushing with 2 quads and 2 RPGs. I think those RPGs should probably go back. Don't think they're really needed here, are they? Where's Peacelover pushing? Peacelover's here. TNT probably trying to get in, killing the oil. This is probably just more a distraction, but this is what I mean about them 2 RPGs. They're not needed here. Just get picked off for free. TNT comes in. Ah, that's unfortunate. Just needed 1 more terrorist there to hit. I don't know if he brought 4 terrorists anyway, or if he brought 5 and 2 of them got picked off or not. Or if he just miscalculated and brought 3. I'm guessing he brought 4 and one of them just got picked off. But now Peacelover is really controlling the game. Because Logic has invested a hell of a lot into all that aggression and not really achieved anywhere near enough. At least that oil needed to go down. And maybe at least hold Peacelover off this supply a little bit longer, and then it would have kind of been even. Logica has amassed himself a group of quads now, but only 5 really. So it's not the biggest amount. TNC comes through on this oil. Logica with a pretty bad pop, I would say. I think Peacelover probably could have even committed to that attack, like push further down here. I know there's this bunker, but only has like 1 RPG inside of it, maybe 2. Let's have a look. Yeah, it's 1 RPG, and we know Logica only had 3 quads. I suppose what Peacelover doesn't know is that there could have been a load of reinforcement quads being put inside the tunnel, because let's say 6 pop, then Peacelover's just lost that entire army. And whilst he's got the advantage, he doesn't need to necessarily do anything too crazy. Logica is well and truly bunkering in his base. I think he's dropping down all of these tunnels, not only to fortify his base, but mainly to get the RPGs from it for his battle bus. I think from what I've seen Logica do before, he likes to make like maybe 1 or 2 battle buses, and then he'll go buggies. You just use that 1 battle bus to scoop up all the RPGs you've got on the map. He's revealed his battle bus now, without really doing anything for it. I think he should have kept that more of a surprise. Because now he's revealed it, now Peacelover knows what he's up against. Nice tunnel there from Peacelover. Peacelover is floating 6k, by the way, so I think actually a few more tunnels around that oil, maybe even on this bridge or just around the oil. A stinger probably is good as well. Stop that TNT. Here comes Peacelover now with a push on this tunnel. There is a sniper here and a sniper over there. Gonna try and get this battle bus. Does get it. Is he going to lose the Jarman though? Almost loses the Jarman. Does escape on a little bit of HP. Wonder if he's got the radar scan. Yeah, I don't think it's going to make a difference anyway because the Jarman is getting away. And Logica is losing this game. That is for sure. Got Peacelover securing the church. Remember we've said in the past. What was it? The World Series. I don't even know what it was. Was it World Series 2016 or whatever? We made a joke out of someone taking the church. They were like, someone in the World Series 2016 or one of them was losing their main base, but at least they tunneled and secured the church. that was the joke. Okay, bad pop there, I think, from Logica. He's lost every single quad. One of his buses there gets sniped, and then the other bus is going to go down. Yeah, that's been a few bad engagements there for Logica. That's a really big bad pop, that one, because he's lost his entire army there. Only got 1 unit left in his tunnel now. Yeah, I always say it's better to concede a bit of ground rather than concede the ground and lose your army. So yeah, that was a bad pop. But sometimes can miscalculate it. I just thought, yeah, given that army that Peacelover had right there on the tunnel, you don't want to pop into that. But yeah, a bit of an attack there from Peacelover. Takes down this tunnel a little bit, but Logica is really bunkering in. He's got loads and loads of tunnels, and he's got 3 markets. Peacelover's still got an oil advantage though, which is really, really huge. He's got the same amount of markets though. Actually, another one over here. Is that a bit of an odd place? It's the only place with no tunnel near it, really. He's decided to build it there anyway. Another tunnel going out. Another market going out there for Peacelover. I don't know what's wrong with just dropping a tunnel here just to cover this, because Logica could easily bring a technical TNT these things, or sneaky tunnel could appear there or anything. You can actually hear buggies attacking something. What is it attacking? Oh, there we go. But Logica wants to clear these tunnels nearby. Logica did in the end commit to 2 battle buses, then he switched into buggies. I don't know if he knows about this one, though. He doesn't know about that one. He's going to find out about it now. He didn't even finish that quad either. The quad did escape. But a big pop here from Peacelover. And is he going to catch these buggies? Does catch 1, does catch 2. Ooh. Does catch 3, actually, yeah. Nice sneaky one there. Just shows you how close to Logica's base Peacelover is. If we look at Peacelover's map vision, just look at that, man. It's like 90% to 10 or something crazy. 80-20. Okay, the Jarman of Logica picked off a few RPGs, but Logica really is going to need to make something really decent happen. I can't think of any one battle that has really properly gone his way, apart from maybe the first initial TNT and the kill on the supply and stuff like that. Apart from that, has been a bunch of bad engagements. What there goes down. But it was sniped anyway. I'm guessing that one there has got the Jarman inside of it, and he'll probably be scanning around. Peacelover's always floating a little bit of cash. As I say that, he's just spent 5k on something. And there we go, he's dropping down 2 scuds. What the hell? Okay, he's dropping down 2 scud storms. I really worry for Logica now because his base is so compact. Even though he's making these markets, a couple of scud storms is going to wipe him out. It's really putting the pressure on Logica now to make something happen. And you're seeing that those series of bad fights that's happened where Peacelover's come out on top now results in Logica torn between dropping down a few markets that he can afford, but he's also got a very little army out, just like a few buggies. Peacelover's got loads of income coming in. CC now being dropped down. It's a nice time in that because he's on 3-star just about now. One battle bus gets hull moded there. Logica needs loads of little efficient engagements like that now, like chipping away at Peacelover if he's going to stand any chance to win. And then he probably needs a few big engagements as well to go his way, because otherwise if he just keeps playing it like this, I don't really know what other choice he's got at the moment, but if he just continues on this current path, the way the game's gone so far, I have a feeling he's just going to take a few scuds to the face, and that might be GG. Might be an anticlimactic one. We've got another tunnel here from Logica, trying to push in on this position here. Beacon number 1. I think when he sees number 2, he might start to realize that this game is definitely lost. Another tunnel going up here for Logica. He really is like hugging this side of the map. But I don't know if tunnels at this point is necessarily the right thing to be dropping down. I think every penny probably needs to go on markets. Peacelover again with like almost 8k he had then. He is spending some more cash now. Peacelover controls so much of the map. This is a little bit of a decent pushback here from Logica. There's damages busts. These rocket buggies are fully upgraded. That's decent. That's decent. Doesn't lose any buggy, but did pick off like 1 or 2, and he sniped one as well, so yeah, that's decent. Needs to pick off this battle bus now. Logica almost level 3 as well, so if he places down the scaffold of the CC, then he can start getting the bounty money, and that'll help him. The more fights he's in and the more efficient he is, better his economy will go. But I do worry because Peacelover's base is absolutely massive compared. And he's got a huge army. GPS scramble on that as well. On 2 battle buses here. Peacelover just happy to keep getting sniped and lose tunnels at the moment. This is kind of what Logica needs. Maybe just a little bit more. Does lose 1 buggy there. Yeah, Logica now dropping down into the market at the top left. I suppose if you spread like all around this city and stuff, then these scud storms are less likely to cause massive damage, I suppose. Yeah, Logica did push Peacelover back a little bit, but again, both players floating a little bit of cash now. Both got about the same amount, 7k. Logica is dropping down the scud of his own at the top left of the map. But his map control is very, very slim. Yeah, and the first scud's going to fire in less than 2 minutes now, and Peacelover is pushing into this position. If he closes down this area, the palace is going to go down on the arms dealer. Logica desperately trying to save this with a few buggies. Picks off one of the buggies there of Peacelover and then goes back inside of his tunnel. I don't know if he knows about them buses or not. Well, actually, he definitely knows about them, but I don't know if he knows they're still hanging around there. I suppose you can see them when they run over the trees and stuff like that. I think like some markets like hidden behind here and stuff. I don't know if you can build there or not. And the thing is, when you concede that much map control to the enemy GLA... Oh, here comes the battle buses now. Big buggy engagement. Yeah, when you concede this much map control, it's hard to take it back. But it was ever since those two oils got capped in the beginning, that's what kind of led to the end of this game, I think. Oh, Logic is still in it. Let's not count him out. But how is he going to recover from these two scuds? He's going to take to the face in a second. He's also lost the palace already. He's going to lose his arms dealer probably. Is he going to drop down a new arms dealer somewhere else? He's still building the scud, but yeah, I feel like a new arms dealer is needed, and the new palace ASAP. He's going to try and be as efficient as he can here, but these buggies are surely just going to go down. First scud storm for Logica now on the field. He's actually got 3 radar vans, and Logica has been defeated. So yeah, a little bit anticlimactic with that one. That's why did get 2, just in case the first one was anticlimactic. But that game was all about Logica did the aggression on the supply in the beginning, and he kind of did it. It could have been quite a bit more efficient. Actually, I think he could have even won the game once he got the super tech. But he did lose that first technical to the TNT of his own on the tunnel. He didn't preserve his super tech, and meanwhile, Peacelover just got both the oils. He went for a super quick oil build. So we'll jump into the reverse and see who will win this one. Okay, so we're into the reverse game. I've got now Logica with the top right position with the GLA Stealth in the orange color. And then down at the bottom left, I've got Peacelover with the green GLA Vanilla. Yeah, very strong performance from Peacelover in the first game. It would have been more interesting for me if the economies would have been even all the way through. If Peacelover perhaps didn't get the oils, or they got 1 each. How would that game have panned out then? But got to say props to Peacelover, because grabbing them 2 oils super quick like that, and then recovering from that supply was very, very impressive. So, are we going to see the same from Peacelover? He is going for this oil. Logica again going for some aggression and sending 1 worker down to the south oil. Both workers going to arrive there about the same time. Who is going to start their tunnel first? Looks like it's going to be Logica. This worker for Peacelover is just going to run around for a bit before he decides where he's going to build his tunnel. So yeah, Logica's got the better positioning on that tunnel. Logica holding the mid as well, but again, not sent a worker over to the left. Just from experience playing on this map, losing the oils to opponents before, tend to, unless you've got a super good plan, tend to send both workers to the oils to try and grab both of them. The worst that can happen is you might get 1, or you might get both. So yeah. Is this a TNT? Oh, wow. Oh, he's killed both. Oh my god, he's killed both buildings. Okay. Okay, we've got Logica now going for potential TNT as well. Or is he just going to go and kill the workers? Also going for a TNT. Oh, is he going to get both? Does get both, but not down to the hole. That's a massive difference of 2.5k and 1.5k now doesn't have to be rebuilt. That was a nice little suicide attempt there. That's a shame for Logica, man. I don't know if they all just detonated at exactly the same time. I think they did. When if 4 had detonated, and then the 5th one, then potentially the game could be bang even. And Logica even has control of one of the ores. Peacelover's not actually tunneled this one. So yeah, interesting situation. We've got 2 technicals aggression from Logica and 2 technical aggression from Peacelover as well. Gonna have to pick off that worker. Tech RPG here is going to try and pick off this barracks. There's a massive Tech RPG push here from Logica, and he's actually trying to get a sneaky tunnel around the back in Peacelover's base. This is going to be a more interesting game, I have a feeling, because Logica's losing some stuff. Is Peacelover going to be able to control this and hold... Oh, because this one's got a scrap. It's able to clear it all up. I don't think Logica's going to be able to hold this position now. I thought that was looking like a real hard position for Peacelover to crack, but actually because of all them RPGs, got killed by the grenade tech. I don't even know where he got that grenade tech from. Was it from the initial attack there? I'm guessing it was. They could get a super tech there as well. Ooh, he didn't get it. He got it with the RPG. He's got a Vet 1 RPG now. That barracks has to be sold. Logica is still not out of it because he could grab this oil. Peacelover is hanging around by this oil as well. I think Peacelover could actually force fire over here and kill these workers with the grenade tech. I also think he could just engage these RPGs. Yeah, that grenade tech is just so good at taking out infantry, even better than a super tech. You can shoot over these things as well. Oh, what's that? Oh, that now surely, I was going to say surely going to be a super tech with 2 technicals going down there, but actually Logica quickly scrap denies it. Peacelover is going for the oil. He just has the capture upgrade as well. I think Peacelover's way ahead now. Not sure Logica should be engaging that, and I'm not sure even Peacelover should have been running away from that. He could have beat that and actually gained a super tech. Bad play there from Peacelover. I think he could have potentially just even won the game. He's trying a big size tunnel. Yeah, maybe a better position for a tunnel would have been over there. Probably Logica wouldn't have been able to get to it. But yeah, I think Peacelover could have won the game there, you know, just 30 seconds ago with that technical. He could have killed that quad and then got himself a could have gotten them a super tech. But was he scared of a hijacker? A hijacker would have come eventually, but as long as you've got your RPGs in it, the hijacker can't actually get the technical. So yeah, I think a bit miscalculation there from Peacelover. But playing it safe, I suppose. You have preserved your technical. You're able to go around now and kill some workers. Enemy technical. Oh, no. Oh, Peacelover. Yeah, that's a huge mistake. Yeah, not engaging that quad, mistake. Running into a stealth tunnel, mistake. Okay, maybe he didn't know it was there. Maybe he just thought it was there. I don't know. Okay, TNT from Logica. Only brought 2 terrorists though, so that's not actually going to go down. Logica's actually grabbing himself an oil over here, but there's a load of scorpions pushing now for Peacelover, and Peacelover might actually find himself in a situation again where he has 2 oils. Logica's found himself an aggressive tunnel in Peacelover's base. There was a rebel on the way to get that. I actually think bringing a bike is a better idea because it'll arrive here a lot faster. And also, he was walking with the rebel. Why didn't he just go inside of his tunnel and then pop from there? If you are going to do the rebel option. Okay, technical here from Logica. Pop here from Logica to try and defend against these Scorpions, but you don't want to hang around too long against that, or even longer than like 10 seconds, because you will lose your quads very, very quick. Like pretty much 2 shots from the Scorpion rockets, and you're pretty dead. Logica really needs to get this position. Whatever it takes, he needs to hold on to that oil. He needs to at least leave it even in terms of the oils. And if he's able to kill that one as well with this RPG inside of there, that would be a bonus. I don't think he'll get it, though. I think Peacelover will manage to clear it, maybe with a toxin tractor or something. But yeah, Logica needs to hold on this position. He's floating 5k, but he needs to be bringing multiple workers over here, multiple tunnels, more hijackers. Whatever it takes to get this oil. If you concede this to Peacelover now, it's going to be a repeat of the last game. Here comes the TNT from Logica, and it is going to get the oil. Brings 5 terrorists to make sure the job is done. Where did that even come from? You can see the tracks up there. Still 1 terrorist left. Logica now floating 7k. Yeah, that was a huge waste. And he's now floating almost 10k. There is a palace up. I think, to be honest, Logica's either having an off day or he's still rusty from his break. Because this is not, I don't think, the normal Logica we're used to seeing. Like floating 8k whilst losing this oil, dropping down no markets. He's TNT in his own oil here. And failed. Yeah. Almost suicides himself, killing the oil with him, but not quite. Ooh. Very close. I can easily go down. Just take the buggy there and just like one-shot it, and it's going to go down. Peacelover trying to hold it. It's going to run into a demo trap, though. Peacelover needs to bring a worker ASAP. There is one on the way. I saw it running across this little snow bridge. We've got the Scorpion upgrade now firing. Oh wait, no, I thought he was firing the tox shells, but it's not. It's actually just the tox tractor. Yeah, oil goes down, but I really think like Logica had 8k. He could have definitely fought for that harder. He still might have lost it, but he also, I think, had a good chance of getting it back. Like, more tunnels, more workers brought over. But the quad shouldn't have been wasted on that tunnel over there. But Peacelover is just playing solid. Only mistake really was that technical in the beginning. Got to think that even though the oils have gone down, Logica invested a lot into the TNTs. $500 for the technical, which the enemy doesn't have to spend, and then you got to spend $1,000 on terrorists because you're going to make 5 to make sure you kill it. Maybe you brought 4 for that, but either way, it's still like pretty much the best part of 3k he's spent on just suiciding the oils, which the enemy hasn't had to do. And I think Peacelover had that oil quicker. Peacelover is behind in terms of palace tech, though. It's only just gone up now. Logica's had that palace for ages, but he didn't drop down a market for ages, though. Okay, worker pushing forward here for Peacelover. Rebel for him going to the middle, wants to get the refinery. I love it when people get the refinery, because as I always say, it's such a strong building, people often forget about it on a lot of maps. It doesn't matter if it's on like Farmlands the Fallen when it's on the side of the map, or if it's on this one when it's right in the middle of the map with a few buildings near it. People always forget about it and how powerful it is. I actually even think even if you lost the bottom right oil and you lost the top left oil and you can't, there's no way you can get them back, or there's no way you can TNT them anytime soon, at least think, okay, the worst case scenario is I'll make sure I get the mid and I make sure I get the refinery, so I'm getting 10% discount on all my vehicles, what the enemy is not getting. Okay, Peacelover loses that worker there. It's a bit of a Rambo worker, that one, wasn't it? Because it literally went all the way across the map. Instead of just dropping down a tunnel here and gaining some ground, he actually just went all the way to Logica's base and then went down. Logica now has a lot of buggies out and a scud going down. Oh, sorry, going up. Going up quicker than Peacelover. Yeah, Logica looking ahead now, actually. It's got the buggy ammo upgrade as well. Peacelover does have a lot of scorpions, but against a lot of buggies, how much use are they actually going to be? One scorpion did lose its life there to the RPG. Yeah, the only thing is with buggies on this map is the terrain is real bad. So actually, you need to take the engagements on the large flat plains like in your base or like over here. Actually, all in the middle with all these ridges and stuff is actually pretty bad for buggies. Bad for Vs as well. Okay, it's into a buggy versus buggy war. I did hear a unit get sniped. I'm guessing it was those two, since they're the civilian ones at the moment. Peacelover really wants to force the issue here. Wants to crack open this bunker, but he's sacrificing some buggies to do so. Jarman has sniped some RPGs, but Logica was late to snipe the enemy Jarman there. He was moving too much. Sometimes that happens. Sometimes you want to put it on guard, but then he might get shot when he reveals himself guarding against an RPG or something. Yeah, you've got to be more on top of it. But actually, both players losing pretty much all of their buggies. Now, only the tanks remain here for Peacelover. He's got 3 scorpions. That buggy surviving just by like an inch of its life. Okay, so first Scud Storm is up now for Logica. Logica also placing down a CC, but has he been getting the bounty money till now? Major mistake if that's not been done. I'm guessing the same for Peacelover as well. He's had his CC longer, I think. Logica now getting the bounty. Yeah, it's a big mistake there from Logica. Could be more ahead of a greater economy. Yeah, I don't know about Peacelover engaging with these tanks. Surely another option would be to just keep your tanks in your base until you get a sneak attack, rather than just suiciding them now for nothing. Because look, they're just going to get picked off for free. I mean, sure, they're distracting the fire whilst the other buggies can retaliate, but look, they just didn't retaliate then. Yeah, pretty decent engagements this time for Logica. Definitely better. Yeah, definitely better than the previous game. Another unit gets sniped, and Logic is trying to force fire to ground. Is he going to get it? Oh, it's very close. Oh, he's got it. He's going to get it. He's revealed it. Yeah, he's got it. Nice. He's got the rocket upgrade as well, the AP rockets, which means his rockets do like, is it 20 or 25% extra damage? I always forget. I think it's 20%. Nice GPS scramble there. I think he actually saved one of the buggy's life there from the GPS scramble. Rebel ambush there from Logica. Not really sure how worthwhile that is. I suppose it does distract the fire a little bit. Just stopped the worker there as well. It's really distracting that Scorpion. And that's it. Peacelover has been defeated. So 1-1 in this matchup. But yeah, spoiler alert, I saw the result. I think overall Logica did win the set. I think it was like fixed 14 games, and I'm sure Logica won like a good 80 or 70, 80% of them or something like that. But in this set here, between just these two matches, GLA and Stealth, it did go 1-1. Not the most exciting games in the world, but at least we got different players, different map than usual. So yeah, GG, well played to both, and see you in the next one.